much energy for physics. I love it. Go physics. All right. Hello, Dr. Brower. Such a subtle descent. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I love the energy in the air. Welcome to the SAFR Challenge, the only competition that brings entrepreneurship, business, physics, and soccer together. So I mean, it's a real niche product here. So we're excited. My name's Yvonne English. I'm the Executive Director and Entrepreneur in Residence at the Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation here at Grove City College, which is very easy to say very quickly, right? So we call ourselves E&I because it's not very easy to say very quickly. And E&I exists to serve students of all majors. We're here to provide programming, competition, events, those types of things. Oh, there's a mic. Thank you. For our students to learn skills that transcend majors, so skills in entrepreneurship and innovation. And this is the perfect example because you wouldn't normally think of physics and entrepreneurship and innovation, but tonight you're going to see how the two come together very beautifully. And this is really, we're proud to host and fund this competition, but it's really the brainchild of Dr. Brower. So I'm going to, and he's going to be your MC tonight. I'll close it out at the end, but I'm going to ask Dr. Brower to come to the stage so he can tell you a little bit about the beginning of the competition, what it's all about, and why we're here today. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Brower.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all. I appreciate everyone taking the time out of your schedules to come out tonight. I know everybody's really busy, and I am appreciative of your time. Good to see you guys. So as Dr. English mentioned, this is the end result of a collaborative effort. It started about 5 years ago with a physics student who's now a graduate student. So I was reading an article about concussion remediation, and I thought, dude, the physics behind that is super simple. We ought to be able to do a really sweet lab that's applied, let students see the principles in action. So I asked him to check our equipment and say, do we have any equipment that can measure impulsive forces that happen during a concussion-related event? And so he went off and pulled the equipment out, measured it, come back and said, yeah, we could totally do that, which is right where it stayed for about a year and a half. His name was Darren Muma. And then about a year and a half later, we had two freshman physics majors, Caleb Barber and Nathan Fugit, who took that kernel of an idea and developed it into a full-blown lab that we conducted as part of their capstone project in our freshman physics seminar. And I brought it with me. 1 second, just going to grab it. This was the winning headband of that first lab that we did with the PA Cyber students, PA Cyber Charter School with Mrs. Erin Butler. And so we looked at that and thought, we got a lot of work to do. And so I took that exercise and adapted it for our Fundamentals of the Universe class, SCIC 201. And Dr. Glenn Marsh and I ran that for 2 years, modified it, tweaked it, and then this past fall, Dr. Mark Fair and I tweaked it some more, and you're going to see the end result of that tonight. And in the meantime, I contacted Dr. English and said, hey, you guys do really cool stuff with that elevator pitch competition, and I've been kind of borrowing from it for the final part of my lab, but you guys do it exponentially better. Would you like to partner with me? And she's like, absolutely. She was all in. And so her and Logan Hammerschmidt and Lynn Bashu put together what you see tonight. All of the organization that went into this is a direct result of their work. So my students and I, we did the science. They did all of the organization for this event, and I deeply appreciate that. And so supposed to talk about so explain the previous round. So let me see what we got coming up here. The point of the competition, or the point of the lab, was to take what we know about physics and design a headband to reduce concussions. So everybody knows about concussions in professional football. Turns out women's soccer has the second highest rate of concussions, and you don't get the millions of dollars thrown at that as you do at the NFL and even collegiate football or high school football. And so I sensed an opportunity there and thought, the physics is simple, and so students had to do the research, look at different padding systems, measure forces before and after, with and without padding. Then they had to design a product, and then they had to market that product to a set of judges, myself, Dr. Fair, and our TAs. And they were judged on a host of criteria: weight and cost and aesthetics, presentation skills, comfort level, and all of those scores put together form 50% of their final score. The other 50% of their final score will come from our judges tonight. And so we have two levels of competition. The first is high school and junior high school. We ran this lab 2 weeks ago with a group of students from PA Cyber Charter School again, as well as local homeschool students. And we have three groups, the top three groups from that competition. They're going to be judged by the Grove City College women's soccer team, as well as last year's winners of the Fundamentals of the Universe class, Parker Mihalik, Isabel Leifer, and Christian Hoffman. So they're here volunteering their time to judge as well. Then we have the college level, and we have for our judges there Professor Tim Sweet and Ken Smith, as well as Faith Enriquez, who is a local resident of Grove City, and she has written a book on concussion care. She's a concussion care advocate. If you wanted to scan through it, there's a copy of it up here. There's actually a code that you can scan with your phone if you wanted to get a copy of it. And so she's also volunteered her time to judge the college level competition. The scoring tonight is going to be based on three things: the quality of the presentation, the functionality, based on your expertise. Do you think, yeah, this would work? Or, I'm not so sure that's really going to work. And then the aesthetics. Would you actually walk out in public with that on your head? Or is that something that you think, maybe not so much, right? And so you guys are the experts, so you judge it based on those criteria. And these are the names that I mentioned. And I put them up here because I want to emphasize the same thing that Dr. English emphasized. This was a collaborative effort by people with a broad spectrum of expertise. And that's exactly what happened in these labs. These are not science majors. These are non-STEM people. And one of the things I like about this lab, and one of the reasons I designed it this way, and one of the things I try to do in my class, is for them to see big problems like this, even though there's a STEM element to them, require diverse groups of people with broad skill sets who work together collaboratively to solve that problem. It can't be solved just by scientists or engineers. We need the marketing majors, the music majors, the communications majors, the finance majors, the elementary ed majors. All of those majors have to participate collaboratively in order for this to work. And so that's the point. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with the competition. And I believe we're starting with where's Dr. English? Oh, there you are. Sorry, with the high school students. Is that correct? All right. And our first group is X-Force.
All right, this is X-Force. X-Force is a very practical design. It's effective, very comfortable, and it is lightweight.
X-Force, as she said already, is very effective. In our experiment, we found that the average force of impact with the head and another object was about 835 newtons, but with X-Force, it was 535 newtons, which gives us a 35.9% reduction rate.
X-Force will protect the player from collisions with other players and will also protect from collisions with the turf.
So a unique design of X-Force, it does not have any padding in the front, and we did a little research, and about 15 to 25% of concussions come from heading the ball. And a study found that soccer headbands aren't the best for headers, but deflating the ball is the best decline in concussions for headers. This allows for more time to slow the ball down, slow the force of the ball down, and also padding around the whole head is very not comfortable, and it is harder to stay on during the whole game.
A fact that makes X-Force even better is that the production cost is only $2.90, which, considering the functionality of the products that go into it, we think that's a very good price.
And that's our references. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still have that clicker. Fantastic. Thank you, X-Force. So it'll be about 2 minutes for the judges to enter their scores, and then we'll bring up the next team. And I'm looking for my cue. Where is Emma? Oh, there you are. Okay. Are you going to let me know when I should bring the next team up? Good to see you. Yeah, this is fun.
I'll fix it whenever I go. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I feel like you guys all coordinated. It looks really cute.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so next up we have Team Shield.
Good evening. My name is Shalina.
My name's Shaylin.
And I'm Mary.
And we're here to talk about concussions in women's soccer and how to prevent them.
Did you hear that?
What's that?
I don't know. Let me check it out. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Sorry, everyone. This is my friend Charity.
Hey, I'm a soccer player, and I want to hear about concussions too. That's great.
So anyway, as I was saying, did you know that women's soccer has the second highest rate of concussions of all high school sports? It's okay, Charity, that's why we're here. Our company has created a super comfortable headband for protecting against concussions.
Well, that sounds fantastic. Can I see it? What's so funny? Why are you laughing at me?
Charity, you're wearing it.
Oh, it's so comfortable. I forgot I even had it on.
That's exactly what we're going for, Charity. When we made this, we wanted players to be able to wear it for an entire match without any discomfort. So we made it super lightweight and super comfortable.
Well, you succeeded, and it's so stylish. I would wear this on a first date, if I were old enough to date.
I'm glad you like it, Charity. And not only does it look and feel great, but also offers you full protection from concussions. And we found that in independent trials, it reduces the concussive force by 39%.
39%? Amazing!
Yes, and unlike some of our competitors, when we built this, we added padding all the way around the headband. Well, it seems like there's less padding in the front than in the back. Yes, Charity, most of the padding is in the back and sides because research shows that that's where most concussions happen. But we wanted to add less padding in front so you could have more control during headers. But you can still get a concussion from heading the ball incorrectly. Ooh, I was trained in soccer practice to head it correctly. Want me to show you?
Sure, here's the ball.
This girl is on fire! Charity. Oh, sorry. Did you get a concussion? You probably should have been wearing a shield headband. So how much does it cost?
The cost is a low $3.65 to make. It retails for $10, and the profit for each headband is $6, and we're projecting a profit of $2 million a year.
So invest in Shield headbands, and not only will you be getting a top quality product, but you will also be getting an awesome profit. Buy Shield headbands and prevent concussions. Thank you!
Okay. Very nice. Okay, and for our last junior senior high team, we have Team Concussion Care.
We're Team Concussion Care.
Here, Michael. That helps.
Hi there, we're Team Concussion Care. I'm Jaden Butler. This is
Abiella Barber and Elizabeth Fraley.
Have you ever received a concussion and wondered why there's no equipment to protect your head? Do you have friends that have had problems with head injuries or suffer from a concussion?
Well, we have a solution for you. Our recent product is Concussion Care, a handmade foam padded headband specifically designed to protect your head and prevent concussions and other head injuries. Due to the lack of concussion prevention wear for women soccer players, we made it our goal to create a headband that was functional, fashionable, and comfortable, but could also protect the athlete's head and keep them safe.
Other than our headband being lightweight and extremely comfortable, it reduces concussive forces. Our most recent product reduces the force of impacts. Rather than a helmet, our headband provides a 25% force reduction and still gives you a clear vision.
Not only can our headband stretch to fit most head sizes, but the foam padding inside the headband covers the entirety of the head, going all the way around. This makes every section thoroughly covered and protected.
Our headband helps prevent concussions in the 3 focal instances possible to receive a concussion. It protects from turf collisions, head-on impacts, and soccer ball collisions.
In order to reduce the original concussive forces we received by experimenting, we needed to lengthen the duration of the collision by using certain padding materials. After we designed the headband, the test showed that the padding reduced the chance of receiving a concussion by 25%.
Not only does our headband work to complete the needed task of keeping our athletes safe, it is also affordable to families with more than one child in sports and for college students.
Thank you so much, Grove City College, for giving us this wonderful and fun-filled opportunity to present our product to you today. We've had a lot of fun working together as a team and with the professors and participating in this physics lab. Thank you so much again for the wonderful opportunity, and have a great night.
Okay. As I was watching those students present, we're looking at people who are from 7th grade through 9th or 10th grade, which was about the last thing that I would have ever wanted to do when I was a 7th grade through. There's days when I come here and it's the last thing I want to do. I'm just kidding about that. But that took a lot of courage and a lot of preparation for them to get up there and present that, especially at that age. So I'd like to give them one more round of applause for our... You guys did a super job. Super job. You should be proud of yourselves. It was fantastic. And we'll now start the collegiate part of the competition once I get the thumbs up from Emma. Oh, dude. Okay, so our first college level team is bounce head protection.
So I just want you guys to do something for me. Take a look around here. Who's wearing their headband? Kind of? I'll tell you why. They're not comfortable. This is the average product on the market right now. Look around. Who's wearing one of them? Nobody. Because they don't sell. So we have a new product, revolutionized, for 5 to 7-year-old boys and girls. Introducing Bounce Head Protection. Oh, yeah. Come on. This product is the best on the market. Obviously, it was voted the cutest for your 5 to 7-year-old child. We're selling 2 children. Parents buy it. You may notice participants were forced to give the answers we wanted, but that's okay. Don't worry about that. These are guaranteed to be popular. You wear it, instantly popular. Fully designed. They will not know which direction you're going. Offense, defense, they don't know. You're just going to be playing. It's designed after Toad.
Alternate designs.
Licensing possibilities are endless. We have everything here from, well, everything. So we will continue to go. The safety is also pretty impressive. We reduced collision forces by almost 40%. Actually, it's more like 38, but round up. Initial test, 66%. That's awesome, right? Large area ensures collision will be on the headband. Obviously, look at that. You're not hidden anywhere else in his head. The comfort, it's amazing. These were also all made up, so really don't worry about this side, but it is soft, it's cushy, vision is amazing, and it's a sweatband. Quadruple threat.
So let's talk about sales for a minute. How do you sell safety? You sell to moms, right? So what better way to sell to moms than to sell to their kids? What mom is going to say... What mom will say no when their 6-year-old daughter comes up and says, say, Mom, I want to look like Toad when I play soccer, and it's going to keep me safe. With that, you build brand loyalty all the way up, and as we develop new and better designs, we have a young base that's eager to wear our bounce head protection.
Mm-hmm. Every parent wants their child to want safety, and so by targeting children and wanting them to look for safety, their parents are going to go along with this and help their children protect themselves from concussions.
What do you think, parents? Would you buy it? Come on. Yeah! Finally, we have a word from our sponsor that we're not going to show you because this is way too professional, and we're going to just let that slide. But Bishop Wolf, he's a fan. Thank you.
Oh, man. Whew. Awesome. Dude, thank you. Oh, Parker.
Oh, where? Where's the clicker? Anyone have the clicker?
I got it.
Oh.
As soon as I get the thumbs up, I'll give it to you. Sorry. Are you the clicker person? Are you the clicker person?
Yeah.
Okay, you can take it down.
Alright, you can walk up. You can go.
But as soon as she gives us the thumbs up.
Turn it on, turn it on.
I mean, hit me too.
All right, next up we have Match Fit 360.
Hello everybody, my name's Gianna and I'm here with Jake and Jesse and we're the creators of Match Fit 360, preventing concussions one headband at a time. So instead of explaining the problem, let's have the Grove City women's soccer team explain it for you.
I'm here with head coach Melissa Lammy for the women's soccer team here at Grove, and I'm just going to ask her a few questions. As a coach, what has been your experience with players receiving concussions throughout your coaching years?
They definitely are aware of concussions. That's the biggest thing. It's happened by hitting the ball. It's happened by hitting another player's head when they're heading. And I think it's made players a little hesitant to go ahead.
Let's interview my teammate Berta Lagerquist and see what she has to say about concussions. So, Berta, what has been your experience with concussions, and have you ever had one?
So I haven't had any experience with concussions. I haven't had any, but part of that is, I think, because I've been wearing concussion headbands, and if I ever did have a concussion, my parents would probably stop my soccer career. So, and I've noticed because I don't wear it at practice, so I do have experience heading it without it, and my confidence level goes way up. Wearing a concussion headband, it takes so much of the pain away. I don't have lasting effects from really hard headers, and I just feel more confident going up with other girls in the air.
Okay, that was the problem. Now, here comes the solution. So the solution starts by testing. We tested every product that we were given, and we came up with the two best products to put in our headbands, because we're here for the best. So we came up with a two-layer system. The bottom layer is a softer material, and the top layer is a harder material. And this reduced the impact by 41%. To get more into the products, the top is a poly material, and the bottom is an egg carton material. And we use both of them for half sheets, so it cuts down on cost a lot, making the product very cheap and accessible for a lot of different target markets for only $4.05, and it's also pretty light with only 35 grams of weight.
In terms of the design and aesthetics, hold this, Gianna. Oh, great. We wanted to design something that not only had 360 coverage that would protect our players from balls and headers on all sides, but we also wanted to keep it relatively low for the thickness, both in the front and the back, so we could put it around our heads like so. Both the front and the back have all of that coverage as well. We wanted a chic black design that could work not only with all uniforms for all different age types, but that could also be worn with home and away uniforms as well. Let's see it in action. Thank you so much for your time.
Fantastic. Okay, next up we have over armor.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Aurora, this is Annie, and this is Tessa, and together we have decided to create a headband that will minimize this huge problem, which is women's soccer having the second highest rate of concussions in the nation, right behind football.
Yeah, so we designed Over Armor, a force-reducing headband to help solve this problem.
And as you can see from our scientific research, we can reduce the amount of force that is impacting your head by almost 25% when you are doing a header, when you hit the turf, anything like that.
So we designed these headbands to be a total neutral color so that you can customize it any way that you really want to with your own logo. It provides full coverage, front and back sides as well, with an even uniform padding for a sleeker look. It accommodates any hairstyle that you may want to wear as you're playing soccer and can keep hair out of your face while you play as well. And we went for a thinner band look to keep it uniform in a classic style. Here's what your logo could look like on your headband. Fully customizable, whatever you want, you can put on one.
So in addition, our headband is non-slip so that when you are winning the game, you don't need to be at all concerned about your headband slipping into your eyes. It's protecting you the entire time. Additionally, it's structured so the material provides padding in a way that will not be sliding around. And it's unrestricted because it's a thin band, so you have easier movement and your hair's not going to be an issue at all. Additionally, we have multiple sizes because we want to protect your head as best as possible so both children and adults can benefit from our multiple sizes.
All right, we also wanted to show, again, the cost of our product. In all, it came to $4.10. Again, we think that no matter the cost when you are protecting people from concussions, so it is a little bit more of a pricier product, but again, for the protection of your players, we think that's something that's worth it. We also wanted to put the specs of the headband up, showing the depth, width, and weight of it, showing that, again, it's a much slimmer headband than some of the other ones. Again, wanting to show that it doesn't matter how good the headband, how much force the headband reduces if people aren't going to wear it. So we wanted to produce a headband that would be more likely to be worn by players.
So Over Armor's goal is to protect you where it counts most, maximizing safety and protection while you're maximizing your performance on the field. Thank you.
Thank you.
We're done. Yes.
Okay, next up we have strike.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming out tonight. We are SCIC Headbands, and I would like to give you a little bit of background information about our product before we give you the details. So, as everybody in this room knows by now, since like 40 people have said it, the second leading cause of concussions in the United States is women's soccer. That's you ladies. And we know from our research that there are actually 24 million soccer players in the United States. That's of all ages. So the risk of injury is very high. And in fact, according to additional research that we've done, 40% of soccer players receive concussions before they even reach college, which means, if you do a little bit of thinking about that, way more of them receive them in college as well. So this is a major problem. I don't want to brush by this here. There's a major need here. And when we look at concussions, there are three major causes to them. We have headers, we have collisions with other players, and we have falls on the ground. And we're going to address all three of those.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is why we would like to introduce to you the SCIC Headband. So taking a look at the design of the SCIC Headband, first of all, it is sleek and lightweight. It comes in at 0.1 ounces. And also, when I put it on, I don't look like a crazed college physics professor, which is pretty awesome. Now, taking it off and looking at the actual design of the headband, you can see that the foam is concentrated towards the rear of the headband. That's because an increasing body of evidence tells us that a vast majority of concussions received in soccer happen to blows to the back of the head. But we don't stop there. There's also padding the whole way around to protect the head, both in the front and on the side for those other concussion scenarios mentioned. We also have a ribbed interior and unique flex points between the padding, and that is because another increasing body of evidence tells us that concussions are caused from twists to the head more so than just direct blunt force trauma to the head. So with this ribbed interior and the flex points, the headband itself will twist and not the player's head. So there's the build design. Now Jacob's going to tell us a little bit about our profit.
So as we mentioned, there is women's soccer is incredibly popular, right? There's about 24 million players all across the country from all ages. So there is a large demand for the SCIC Headband. So we have a target share or market share of 10%. So if we were to reach that market share, that would be 2.4 million concussions prohibited. Now, as a venture capitalist, you may ask, what makes us profitable or what sets us apart from the competition? And that's a great question. Now, the SCIC Headband, there are a lot of competitors in the market, but none are able to compete with the sleek design and the functionality of the headband. Now couple that with our price point and it sets us apart. The SCIC Headband costs about $5 in total to produce and distribute, and we're going to list it at about $8 to $9, which will give us a profitability of nearly $20 million.
Fantastic. And we believe so much in our product that we're going to do a simple demonstration for you here. We're going to have Ransom put the headband on, and I'm going to chuck a soccer ball at his head, and we're going to see what happens. So we said, first of all, the concussions are caused by headers. Ransom? Ooh, and I caught it, but if I hadn't, you better have been wearing a SCIC headband, otherwise you might have got a concussion. We also said they could happen to blows to the side of the head. Oh, look at that. And he's still awake, and I'm missing a soccer ball. Thank you. Oh.
Okay, next up we have REC Concussion Band.
Good evening. I'm Evan, this is Cole, this is Robert, and this is the REC Concussion Bands. When it comes to concussions, the hot button sport is football, but the second highest rate of concussion is women's soccer. And When it comes to women's soccer, no one's really doing anything about it, so we decided to do something about it. When we began looking at the market, there are very limited options available for women's soccer players, and as far as the options go, they're all very poor. They're either ineffective, too tight, their color schemes are black, so they provide uncomfortableness to the athlete's head, and they're all very, very expensive. So we decided to create the REC Concussion Band to help prevent concussions for the women's soccer players, and we believe that parents, athletes, and schools will want to buy this because when it comes to the athletes, these are the future doctors, lawyers, accountants, managers, psychologists, whatever occupation you want. These athletes are the future of our nation.
All right, so now about the band. So our sleek and lightweight design allows for maximum comfort, performance, while keeping our athletes looking stylish. So to start off, our band weighs only about 45 grams. It's barely even noticeable to the athlete. Also, the memory foam component of our band allows for a snug and comfortable fit, which means unhindered movement without worrying about it falling off, and it also doesn't hurt your head. Lastly, like I said, we designed it with simplicity in mind. We plan to offer a variety of solid colors mostly, so our players can look uniform and keep their focus on the field, but they still don't have an eyesore on their head.
So as Rob said, it's a simple design. Our process was to find an efficient and both cost-effective cushion. The headband we chose had the most coverage area in the front, so that made it easier for us to actually get our cushion and put it inside of the headband. So that way we had no glue or like staples inside of our headband. It's all just sewed back together for maximized comfort.
Statistics. So our material between the headband and the memory foam inside and the polyfoam inside costs $3.50. We estimate a $1 labor cost per band. This means that we can produce the bands for $4.50 total. We plan to have a selling price of $7.50, completely undercutting any competition available. And our plan is to sell these in bulk. Between high school and college, there are over 4,600 women's soccer teams and 20 to 25 athletes per team. That means it creates an enormous market and an enormous profit available to our company. The plan would be to sell these in bulk to colleges and high schools so that an athlete, the minute they need one, can use one and never leaving them unprotected.
All right, so quickly, our band isn't only cheap, it's effective. It reduced impacts by over 40%. So not only will our product be extremely profitable, it also will be very successful at preventing concussions amongst our female athletes. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, up next we have Crash Pad.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jonah B., and these are my colleagues Isaac Willor and Corey Kendig. Tonight we will be exhibiting our product known as the Crash Pad. The overall band of the Crash Pad itself costs $2. The polyfoam itself, which we used as a half sheet, costs 75 cents. And the egg foam itself, which we used a quarter strip, costs only 90 cents. The half sheet with the overall cost and everything else costs $3.20. Now we went for something cheap, whereas as it is, an expensive band would disincentivize customers from buying our product. And with this, I'll turn this over to Mr. Isaac Willor.
All right, let's talk about weight. The Crash Pad weighs 1.5 ounces. It's less than half of current industry competition if you go on Amazon, and in terms of cost, it is significantly a fraction of that cost. But don't let the sleekness fool you. The Crash Pad presents you with almost a 30% force reduction in collisions, headers, and other sports-related concussion-causing problems. It's machine washable, it's snug, it's form-fitting, it's designed specifically so it won't slide down and obscure the eyes during play, and has been described by beta testers as incredibly comfortable.
Now, the effectiveness of the crash pad deals entirely with the types of concussions. As people have said before, 25% of concussions occur from headers. We've specifically designed our helmet to protect from headers, but also to give form to these headers. No one wants a design that's going to make headers harder to hit or give them less control, so we specifically chose the foam pad, the polyfoam here, to give more direction in your hits. If you can't hit a header, what's the point of protecting from headers if you're not going to use them anyway? However, 75% of concussions do occur from the back and sides. For this, we chose the most effective and force-reducing material as the egg foam. The egg foam was significantly more effective than any other brand foam we tested, and that's why we put it around the sides and the back. That way, if you're running into people or falling on the ground, you are more protected from the sides and back of your head. And you don't need that functionality of the foam pad on the front. It worked the best out of anything we tested. 30% reduction speaks for itself, and for $3.20, I don't think you're going to find anything on the market for that's more effective. We designed this intentionally to, make soccer as playable as possible, give you the best opportunity to win, and still play the game normally while reducing your chance of concussion. Thank you.
And our final college level group is the hard hat headband.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
I'm Casey.
I'm Amber. And we are the Hard Hat Headband Company, or Triple H. And this is the hard hat. And as we've heard, the women's soccer girls are the second highest in concussions. And I am not a women's soccer player, but I do play basketball, and as an athlete, it is very hard going on the court or on the field and being kind of scared of getting an injury, especially a head injury where you're out for academics and no one wants to miss their sports for more than a couple days. And with this headband, it makes you safe, it is easy, comfortable, and we all have different shaped heads, but this will fit anybody and work.
So not only is it comfortable, not only does it look good, but this headband has shown that it has a significant reduction in the maximum amount of force that is exerted when a fall, collision, or header takes place. We tested several different products, including memory foam, bubble wrap, and polyfoam. And in our initial tests, we thought that the memory foam would be the best material, but we actually found that it didn't work as well as 2 layers of polyfoam. So the polyfoam 2 layers showed a reduction rate of 40.59% when compared with initial tests with no protection whatsoever. So in conclusion, this headband will be an effective tool in the effort to reduce concussions.
Not only did we want our headband to be comfortable and actually work to reduce force, we also wanted it to be affordable. Our headband retails for $15, which is lower than current market cost of $20 to $40 for the same product. But with ours, $2 from every headband that we sell goes to the International Concussion Society to help further their research on concussion treatment and prevention, because we truly care about our athletes. Not only is it comfortable to wear, it's also the black design allows for a neutral color to go with all uniforms, so it's completely versatile for our athletes. The padding is also fully enclosed inside our headband, so the padding doesn't rub on your forehead and irritate it whenever you play, because it's more important to be focused on the game than something scratching your forehead. It also only weighs 24.9 grams, which is extremely light, so it won't slow you down at all on the field. Ultimately, our headband is affordable, it is comfortable, and it reduces forces to your head by 40.59%. So please do not hesitate and go out and buy a hard hat headband today for your loved one.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So that concludes the presentations. We'll take a short break now while the scores are tabulated, and then we'll announce the winners. I just want to say once again how much I appreciate all of the effort that went into this from the different people who are responsible for putting the presentations together tonight, the women's soccer team for taking your time to show up and judge, for our other judges taking time out of your lives to come here and volunteer to judge, and for all of you guys coming to support your friends and your family as they presented their final product. Super proud of how this all turned out. There's some really great, dude, absolutely, yeah. It was, yeah, it was just so much creativity involved in putting together the presentations, the variety of headbands, and to see you guys getting up here and present. If I had the authority, I would totally cancel our test next Tuesday, but I can't do that because my chair would definitely scream at me. But yeah, so you guys did a fantastic job, every single group. I really appreciate the hard work that you put into it. And Logan is tabulating the scores, so I thought maybe I would do a brief stand-up. So, have you heard? No, just kidding. Oh, fantastic.
Are we going to do our song today?
Oh, all right, okay, all right. Am I the song or the dance? I'm sorry.
I'm seriously not going to make you sing. Coach, where's Coach? Come on down.
I didn't see her.
I'm not going to make you sing either. Come on up. So what I'm going to do is commemorate this very special occasion by presenting you both with custom SAFR Challenge soccer balls. Oh yeah, absolutely. So please, thank you, and thank you.
Oh, dude. Awesome. I like it. Yes. You should request it specifically. Yes. But if it's on a big check, it feels better.
It's like a happy hour. It's like $4.
Yeah.
We're ready. So here's the results. So I have a reverse order.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is say, in third place, we have this team winning this much per person.
Okay. Do you want to come up?
Yeah, they'll come up and they'll get their big check.
Okay.
And then you can say, separate
Here, I'll give a couple.
between first and second place.
We'll keep this. I'm going to give a couple of them stars. Okay, we're ready for the results. Here, you get big checks. These do not cash, right? But you are allowed to keep them. So as you are called, come on up, and then we'll have Hannah and Logan. They're going to do a little video and picture as you're being presented your checks, and then we will go to the next group. So without further ado, you ready?
Fantastic. Okay, so here we go for the high school, junior high competition. In third place, we have X Factor.
All right, guys, here's your check. Congratulations.
Sorry, I was supposed to announce the amount. They get $30 per person, and everyone gets the one of their big checks. In second place, we have Concussion Care. There we get. And they win $40 per person. Definitely my next paycheck I would like to have on one of those. Yeah. Okay. And in first place we have Shield. And they get $50 per person. Oh yeah, where's the puppet? The puppet. You want the puppet? Want the puppet? Oh. Oh, yeah. So winning teams, you should stick around. There's going to be some more pictures taken at the end. So if you could stick around just a few more minutes, we'd sure appreciate that. And so now we have the top three.
Announce second first.
Announce second first?
Second, then third, then first.
Should we do that? Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. Although I'm curious as to the reasoning behind that. We'll talk, yeah. Okay. So, in third place, we have winning $50 per person, hard hat headband. Dude, it was a really tight match. In second place, separated by half a point. Yeah, when you consider 100 points separated by half a point, it's fantastic. Match Fit 360. And they got $75 per person. And in first place, winning $100 per person, we have SCIC. So make sure you guys stick around because we have big checks for every member of the team. Is that right? Okay, I didn't tell. Yeah, so we have big checks for everyone. Judges, please make sure when you're on your way out, we have a thank you gift for you on the way out the door. So everybody should pick up one. And I believe Dr. English has some closing remarks.
Thanks. No, I'm just kidding. No, I just want one more round of applause for the judges and everyone involved and our contestants. It was absolutely fantastic. So thanks so much for coming out tonight. Again, if you can stick around, get your pictures, get your big checks, and now we're done. One more thing.
For those of you in my class, there's scanners outside this door, so if you could scan on the way out, that would be awesome. Thank you.
All right, we'll have